Welcome back to the Data Driven Prosperity channel. I'm going to be going over the GDXJ and why I think it could triple in 2 years. And in order to understand that, we got to zoom out into a weekly time frame. And we see that it's following a nice arc. Now, when we connect the peaks in 2011 and extend it out to 2023, it's got a beautiful arc format. And that would take us to 180 by April of 2023. Which would allow us to more than triple in 103 weeks. Now we can make this arc tighter. As you can see, what I've done with this arc is I connected the lows, the absolute lows here in 2020, some of the lows on the way down, and some of these didn't actually touch. Now, if I look at just monthly closes, I can make this a very tight arc. Okay, keep in mind I'm looking at this on a log chart so that it takes into account percent changes, and we can tighten this up. So I'm going into the arc. So in case you've not seen my other videos, there's a reason why I like arcs. It's a very powerful system because it takes into account, when we're on a downward path, the slope is very steep, and then on the way near the bottom, the slope just kind of levels out as sellers kind of exit and accumulators start to accumulate. So here's a tighter arc. And what I like about the tight arc is we see it touching several times along this path. We see it touch twice here, and it's touched right at the right side of the arc. Now, once you touch the right side of the arc, that's when the strong movement occurs. And the reason for that is because look at the slope right here. It's a very steep slope. I mean, that would be a very strong projection. In fact, this arc makes our tripling in just by the end of 2020. By the end of 2022. So it's 5 months earlier. Now, let's look a little bit at this price. So if we are legit in the outer arc, we could drop, as much as 30%, 25 to 30%, and still maintain the outer arc. Even if we do see the GDXJ dump a bit, it's nothing to be scared about because we're still maintaining this upward momentum. Are we going to put in the highs that we put in 2011? Well, we very well could. The gold price peaked out just under $2,000 in 2011, whereas here in 2021 we were able to get over 2,000. Now we're under 2,000, but not by much. All it's going to take is another 10% jump in the price of gold to go back to 2,000, and that will wake a lot of algos to start trading it. In fact, I've connected the high here in 2014, 2016 with the high in 2020, and you can see that we're steadily going up right here at about the end of the year. So let's just pretend we got to that confluence point. By the end of the year, we'd go up 34%. Okay, then from the end of the year until the end of the projection, we would double. So based on this, next year is going to be the big year where GDXJ really starts to shine. The end of this year is going to be good, but remember, we're still near at the bottom of the arc. Once we build a bunch of momentum, we start to trade above this trend line. Once gold stays above 2000, that's when the momentum really flies. 2022 could be a very, very good year.